There's a great David Bowie quote that I always come back to when I do need a little bit of a push, and it says, "I've been inspired by Peter McKinnon a little bit lately, because at the start of the year he made a video with no dialogue in it at all. It was a 15-minute video out in the woods watching a guy build a house, build a fire, and cook dinner on a campfire with no talking in it whatsoever. The footage is what tells the story, and the sound design drags you into the video even further, and it is put together so well. I will link it down below if I remember to when I upload this video. But it inspired me to want to get out and make something similar of my own. I wanted to try and use it as inspiration to try and make my own similar sort of thing, but relate it back to photography. So I was going to go out for a walk, take some photos, and make this silent video where the sounds of nature and the sounds of my camera bag opening and the sound of the camera shutter are the only sounds you hear in the video. However, me being me, as I started to plan this video out and actually go and make this video, I started to overthink it and get inside my own head massively. I almost managed to talk myself out of making the video completely, but I did manage to drag myself out with my camera and start shooting something. But then as I got more and more into it, I again got into my own head and I stopped. I didn't actually finish shooting the video, and that's what I want to talk about quickly in this video, which was meant to be that video. But before I do talk about not finishing a video, here's what I did actually manage to film. So that's where I stopped filming, and now I'm kicking myself because as I look back at it as an edited piece of work, I'm actually pretty chuffed with how it turned out. I should have, in hindsight, carried on filming the rest of the video, but instead I did get inside my own head and I did stop filming, and I was telling myself that I wasn't good enough and that I'm wasting my time making this video. But I shouldn't be feeling like that because even though I didn't finish it, I still started it. So there's a couple of things that I've learned here, and the first is to keep going, even if you think it isn't great. Not everything you make is going to be amazing, but when you get back and you look at your footage on your computer, you can look at it from a different perspective. You're not in the moment shooting the video anymore. You are looking back at it. You can look at it objectively and start to view the story, unless you did what I did and only shoot half the video. But the second thing I learned, and probably the most important thing I learned from this, is that sometimes finishing a video doesn't have to be a bad thing. It is okay to not finish a video. I'm really bad for not wanting to leave things hanging. So if I start something, I want to finish that thing all of the time and I want it to be successful. But even if I don't finish a video, I've still started it. And that is better than not starting at all. Because if I don't start, it's impossible to learn anything. So just by starting to film, you learn more and more each and every time and slowly become a better filmmaker or photographer each and every time that you do start. And that's the process of getting better and learning. It's not an easy process, but if it was easy, we would all be absolutely amazing at everything and it would be pretty boring. There's a great David Bowie quote that I always come back to when I do need a little bit of a push, and it says, always go a little further into the water than you feel you're capable of being. Go a little bit out of your depth, and when you don't feel your feet are quite touching the bottom, you're just about in the right place to do something exciting. I think that quote genuinely hits the nail on the head, to be honest. Just keep pushing yourself just that little bit further each and every time. And over time, you will start to see improvements. You will start to finish videos that you're not necessarily currently feeling inspired by, even though you were when you thought of the idea. So this video has turned out completely differently to how I originally planned it to turn out when I first started filming that video of me going out and trying to tell a story without talking, shooting photos, getting some great footage with just sounds. And that's not a bad thing because I've still learned from it and I've still managed to create something from it in this video. And then I can take that to the next time when I go to remake that video potentially. So yeah, I hope that helps. I hope that makes sense. I know it's helped me just to process things in my own head. Yeah, I think that's it. It's okay to not finish things sometimes. Just keep pushing yourself a little bit more each and every time and you'll get to where you want to be. Yeah, see you in the next one.